Anyway, it is now time to proceed with my number 5, 12 Years a Slave. This is a very powerful movie, and from the beginning it gripped me with its uh, it's very raw and brutal in the depictions of the life of Solomon Northup. And overall, this movie rides on pretty powerful performances from Chiwetel Ejiofor, Lupita Nyong'o.
Oh wow, look at this guy. He knows
You
all
mad
the
that I
names.
can pronounce? She won an Oscar, so
I'm
it's
sorry.
kind of a big deal,
Right.
right? And Michael, the Fassbender.
Right, and Brad Pitt.
Fassbender. Brad Pitt, like, I don't really know why. He was kind of shoehorned in just because he was a producer. But anyway, that's beside the point. This movie is very good, and I know it's about slavery. Like, oh, slavery. It's not another movie
Yeah,
about
if
slavery.
you don't like it, you're racist.
Yeah, that's kind of... There's kind of that white guilt, but that's another topic. Just ignoring that whole idea, this movie's still very strong and good and emotional, and I really liked it a lot. Number 4, I'm gonna have to go with a documentary, and you were saying a documentary is not a movie, but I would say you're wrong, because it is a movie. And this is The Act of Killing, directed by Joshua Oppenheimer. And this movie took place over a couple years as this guy went to Indonesia and basically forced perpetrators of genocide to relive the events of their genocide that happened like 40 years from when he actually recorded this. And this made them totally reconsider and basically re-examine their lives. And what is a freaky and totally disturbing movie, but also very good and probably the best documentary I've ever seen. I watched like a movie, it was so gripping, and the idea behind it was so brilliant from the director. I just got to hand it to him, and I really felt he was snubbed in the documentary category.
Well, their
this year.
movie about the black ladies singing was
That's
probably
true.
a little more substantial.
Black ladies singing are pretty deep sometimes.
Yes.
It's true. Okay, I'm not bitter at all or anything, but number 3 is a fast-paced movie, Rush.
Flawless.
Again,
flawless setup.
I cannot... Tyler said it earlier, but I cannot overstate how well the characters bounce off of each other and how good they are. And it's what even is more amazing is that these were real life events and all this actually happened. Now, admittedly, these characters are dicks, but you manage to like both of them at the same time, even though they're bitter rivals. And the balance between them is so good, and the movie's so well made that it's very deserving of this spot on my list. I really like this movie a lot. Number 2.
Interesting.
The Coen Brothers film Inside Llewyn Davis. This is a movie that has constantly grown on me, and it might be the one that is going to have the longest impact on me and stay with me out of this whole year. It follows a folk singer.
His name's Llewyn Davis.
Llewyn, yes.
Not his first name isn't Inside. That's
No, that's his album name. Yes.
Yes.
That's the name of his album.
Spoiler alert. He's a musician.
Yes, he's a musician in the folk scene, and he's very poor, and he basically just like lives around trying to make a living off being a musician, but it's hard, and the guy's kind of a jerk, but still you pity him because of great characterization. And I gotta hand it to Oscar Isaac. I thought he was pretty excellent in his role, as well as in all his singing and everything. And once again, the Coen brothers have made a very complex movie with a simple premise, and there's some great ideas in it. The music is beautiful.
I really like the song with Justin Timberlake and that guy that went outer space.
That's what you That's what you pick out of that movie?
Well, you were talking about the music being beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, but that song was supposed to be a novelty song, though.
Yeah, but I liked it. Am I not allowed?
Okay. No, you're allowed to like that. I just described the music
okay,
as
thank
beautiful, though. Okay, so, yeah, and it kind of has that bitter, kind of inconclusive feeling of the Coen Brothers movies, as well as having a pretty witty dialogue, and just overall another hit from the Coen Brothers. I love them. They're so good.
Should marry the Coen Brothers.
I think I just might.
Okay, on to my 5 through 2. At number 5, I have a movie that is not on his list, unless it's number 1, which it isn't. It's The Way, Way Back. This movie is about a young kid who is forced to go spend his summer in a beach house with his stepdad or mom's boyfriend, Steve Carell, his mom, and Steve Carell's daughter. And unfortunately for him, Steve Carell and his daughter are pretty terrible people. And he really doesn't want to be there, but he ends up finding some enjoyment at a local water park run by Sam Rockwell, who might be one of my, he not might be, is one of my favorite actors working today. And he also has kind of a romance with their neighbor's daughter, which is okay.
What?
It's good. But anyways, it's just it's a great feel-good story.
It's a coming of age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really good. Coming of age, feel good. Everything that I said in the last 30 seconds. Alright, number 4 is another movie that did not make his list, The Place Beyond the Pines. This is a very interesting movie. It's split into 3 acts, and in each act there's kind of a new main character. First act being Ryan Gosling, then Bradley Cooper in the second, and then Dane DeHaan, one of my favorite young actors, in the third. And I love the way the stories tie together. It's just in the way the story, the plot of each 3 act is just so different from one another. It's like 3 short movies. It's like 3 short films in one movie, but it's so cohesive, and it's pretty different experience, and I enjoyed the film a lot. At number 3 is another movie he did not have because he didn't see it, because he's a terrible critic. Dallas Buyers Club, starring Matthew McConaughey and Jared Leto, or Leto?
Leto?
Right.
No, it's Leto, actually.
Right. And this movie is about Matthew McConaughey, not the character Matthew McConaughey plays, who is diagnosed.
Thank you for specifying.
It's not a biography. It's about anyway, his character is diagnosed with AIDS in the time when everyone was pretty ignorant of how to treat it or how you get it, and he couldn't really get the medication that he needed from the hospital to successfully treat his problem. So he goes down to Mexico and gets the actual medication that he needs, and he brings it back up to the States and creates the Dallas Buyers Club, which is for people who pay a fee, who have AIDS, and then they can get the medicine that they need. And it's just Jared Leto. Is that what we decided on?
No, it's Leto.
Jared L. plays an amazing guy who's a girl, but really a guy. Yes, there's a word for it.
Transvestite?
No, not transvestite.
What is it then?
Cross-dresser,
Okay.
because he doesn't have boobs
Yeah.
as well.
Oh,
So, yeah, best cross-dressing performance I've ever seen. At number 2, we have we have the same number 2 with Inside Llewyn Davis. He pretty much
Good
touched
choice.
on everything before. Uh, I mean, after I watched it, like right after I watched it, I knew it would be in my top 10, but I didn't think it would be this high. But after like a month and a half, I'm still thinking about it and wanting to see it again. And I'm probably gonna go buy it the day it comes out on Blu-ray, which might be this Tuesday. I think it might be Tuesday. But anyways, it's a really great movie, and there's a cat. So now we're gonna talk
There
about
is a cat.
our shared number 1 movie.
I don't know. Is it shared?
Yes.
Okay, our number 1 is
This. Nope. Nope.
No.
After Earth. That's right. The powerful M. Night Shyamalan movie. Just he can't miss. He can't miss.
I mean, we're like Sixth Sense, whatever,
Unbreakable. Signs.
We're like
The Village.
Where could he go
Lady
wrong?
in the Water.
Lady in
The Happening.
The Last Airbender.
The Last Airbender. Devil, which he executively produced.
The man can do no wrong.
And he's working on another film. Thank God.
Now, I found the themes of
The
After
father-son relationship, the commentary it has about the necessity of family. is
Also,
touching.
the Scientology themes that were put in by the backers
Right.
of Will
Well,
Smith were very interesting, and Scientology
Yes.
is a great religion, and it's very real.
we can't discount Scientology because we don't understand it and we can't afford to be a part of it.
These are all truths.
Yes.
So why?
Aside from everything we just said, except we probably can't afford to be in it. Our real number 1, of course, is The Wolf of Wall Street.
You go first.
Okay. So this movie is directed by Martin Scorsese. It is. I did not pronounce that right. It
No,
is.
you did. You did.
I did. I feel like I messed. I feel like I butchered it.
You did.
Anyways, it chronicles the life of Jordan Belfort, a stand-up young man with a suit and a dream, and he kind of gets that dream, and then a lot of other things as well, such as drug addiction, severe drug addiction, several mistresses, lots and lots of money, and a heap of legal problems.
Yes. So Jordan Belfort is brilliantly played by the one and only Leonardo DiCaprio,
Right.
who has been pretty hungry for an Oscar lately, but to no avail.
I just don't think he has the body of work that the one girl from 12 Years a Slave has to really qualify him for that Oscar.
Okay, I mean, there are things I could say right now that I won't say. I won't even bother to say.
Okay.
Okay. And there's also great roles played by Jonah Hill as Jordan's kind of sidekick.
And Margot Robbie,
And
who
Margot
plays the
Robbie,
most beautiful woman on
who
earth.
is beautiful in every way. Please, if you were watching this, Margot, marry me. I will be rich, I swear. Okay, so
I'm
yes.
sure she's rich anyways, it doesn't matter.
No, it's
I'll be
okay.
there for you.
Yes, so okay.
Hmm.
This movie's hilarious. It's so good.
It's like the most thoroughly entertained I have been for 180 straight minutes
Yeah,
in my life.
it's unbelievable that it's 3 hours long.
If this movie was 8 hours long, I would not have a problem with it.
I think I could handle it.
And it just kept up with the pace.
I might fall asleep like once or twice, but I think I could handle it.
I mean, there'd have to be an intermission or
Right.
two.
Of like an hour. Food
I-
and nap.
I would. Okay. I'd be okay with it because it's so phenomenal. And just the ridiculousness of the movie progresses to the point where it should be unbelievable, but it's
Right.
not. And then when I looked up how much of the stuff in the movie actually happened in real life, a remarkable amount of it is actually true.
Hmm. Yeah. Again, we gotta hand it to Scorsese for making his very quick-witted, always entertaining, violent kind of white-collar crime movies like he always does and is famous for. This one is probably, dare I, dare I say, as good as most of his others. Like Goodfellas, I would say is about the same as this movie. It's that good. And they're very similar movies, by the way. But, you have anything else?
It's worth the watch.
That's true.
It's worth the watch.
Retweet. We need a Twitter.
We do need a Twitter so you guys can keep up with all of our exciting movie related
Like our
adventures.
once a month videos.
Yes.
And yeah,
Yeah.
do our weekend.
All right. Thank you for watching.